Tensions growing with North Korea.
North Korea is a problem. The problem will be taken care of.
The country now sending a message to President Donald Trump. Plus, violence flares up between pro and anti-Trump demonstrators. Protesters demanding the president's tax returns. And police investigating after a body is found downtown in Waller Creek. KVUE News Night Beat starts right now.
This is KVUE News Night Beat.
And good evening to you. Thank you so much for staying up with us. I'm Brandon Jones. We got a lot of news to get to right now. But first, we begin with that breaking news as Vice President Mike Pence is about to visit South Korea. The regime in the north has suffered a humiliating setback on the same day it was flexing its muscles in front of the world. A missile launch intended as a show of military strength has gone down in flames. ABC's Brian Clark reports.
On his nation's most patriotic holiday, North Korea's dictator Kim Jong-un presided over a grand parade devoted to showing off his military's might. As expected, the holiday was marked by the launch of a missile, which exploded immediately after liftoff. That makes it hard for experts to figure out what kind of missile it was.
Was it an old missile that they were just testing for show, or was it the new missile that could directly influence or target the United States?
It's a huge embarrassment for the Pyongyang regime, which has been engaged in a war of words with Washington.
North Korea is a problem. The problem will be taken care of.
Saturday's parade featured canisters large enough to hold what may be a new type of intercontinental ballistic missile, and for the first time up close, submarine-launched missiles. The North Koreans are trying to develop missiles that would reach the U.S. and already have weapons that could threaten Japan and South Korea, where more than 80,000 U.S. troops are based.
Their missiles continue to get bigger, longer range, and eventually they're going to build something that can reach the continental 48.
A U.S. aircraft carrier battle group is now steaming towards the region, and American troops are conducting military exercises at the South Korean border with the North. North Korea's second most senior official saying Donald Trump is creating a war situation, and North Korea is prepared for all-out war, including a nuclear attack. Brian Clark, ABC News, New York.
Back here at home, we're getting new information about a woman's body found in Waller Creek. Police have identified 24-year-old Tia Shane Brooks as the woman found in Waller Creek near 4th Street and I-35 in downtown Austin. Police responded to Waller Creek this morning around 3 on reports of a person drowning. So about an hour later, Brooks's body was pulled from that water there. We spoke with Austin police earlier this evening. They tell us that homicide detectives are now awaiting autopsy results and interviewing witnesses. Officers do not believe there is a threat to the public tonight. Right now, Austin police are searching for a missing person tonight. 54-year-old Raymond Page, you see right there in the checkered shirt, was last seen driving a black Ford Explorer. His license plate is number HHN 3025. Anyone with information is urged to call 911. Also, new information tonight about a fatal shooting in Lampasas this week. According to our partners at the Austin American-Statesman, one of two victims, 47-year-old Deborah Chance, previously worked at Round Rock ISD before working at Lampasas ISD. The other victim, 24-year-old Millie Chance, worked for the Burnett County Jail, and prior to that, the Williamson County Jail. Authorities found both women with gunshot wounds Thursday. Right now, police are still investigating whether this incident was a murder-suicide or if there's a suspect involved. New video tonight of a theft caught on camera. You can see it in this video behind me playing right here. It started with this black Mustang pulling up to a house in southeast Austin near Bluff Springs Road. Around 10 a.m., the two suspects hopped out of their car. You can see them actually hiding their faces as they're trying to go by there. They walked up to the house to steal 2 large trash cans full of copper wire, $500 worth to be exact. The family and police are hoping you can help find them. They again were driving that black Mustang with 2 different rims. The roof and the hood is oxidized and the right tail light is out. If you have any information, please call Austin Police. Now to those violent clashes popping up on tax day. Protests around the nation as demonstrators in over 100 cities took to the streets to demand that President Trump release his tax returns. First, let's start right here in Texas, in Dallas, Houston, and here in Austin. Protesters say Americans deserve to know about the president's potential conflicts of interest. Now, Trump has said that voters don't care.
He's not going to release his tax returns. We litigated this all through the election. People didn't care. They voted for him.
We do care. We We demand to see his taxes.
I think he's doing pretty good. I think you have to give him a chance. I mean, he's a rookie, and he has to get used to the politics of the game. Once he gets used to it, I think he'll be all right.
Well, most of the protests were peaceful, but in Berkeley, California, it was quite a different story. Major fights erupted there. Hundreds of pro and anti-Trump protesters lashing out, from throwing punches to throwing objects, smacking people with poles, and even trash cans. Police in riot gear making at least 15 arrests. Now we're going to send it over to Lene Meyer with more on the chance for storms and Easter Sunday. Hey, Lene.
Brandon, you're right. That's something we're going to be tracking as we move into the next few hours. But at least for now, pretty mild conditions outside. In fact, let's take a look at our MAX storm radar. Just some cloud cover moving in our area. San Angelo is seeing a little bit of shower activity and disturbance moving in from the Mexican border into West Texas. I don't think that'll hold together tonight, but tomorrow night could be a different story across Central Texas. 74 degrees currently in Austin, 72 in Atlanta. We're at 73 in College Station. We'll drop temperatures just a little bit heading into the next few hours, but we're watching storms. I'll show you our hour-by-hour forecast and when you can expect the rain on your Easter Sunday. That's coming up.
All right, thank you so much, Lene. We now bring in Stacey Slayton to talk about the beginning of a new era here. Tom Herman's first game as UT's head coach.
I know, a lot of eyes on this. So much excitement because it is his first squad here at Texas. And we did see a few things that were a little different, but very much with Tom Herman's touch on it. So we'll have more on those traditions, if you will, coming up later on in sports. But let's talk the game first. Okay, so the game actually ended in a tie, but the defense would get the last laugh. They go into a little OT, if you will. They would come away with a win 52-51. They had 10 sacks, just 1 pick, but a total of 9 pass breakups. Not bad. The offense also looked good, too, behind Shane Buechele and Colin Johnson, but overall, Coach Herman is fairly happy with the day.
Pleased with the progress that we've made throughout the entirety of spring practice. Thank God we don't have to play tomorrow. We've made strides. You know, really the only goal from spring practice was to learn how to practice and learn what the expectations are in this program and learn that there's no such thing as just another day in this program.
So it's good to hear that he was, you know, somewhat happy. At least they kind of get the philosophy behind Tom Herman. Of course, we're going to have much more coming up later on in sports about this game and about the quarterbacks, and that he's not going to name who a starter is yet.
All right. Hey, I'm showing my support tonight.
I know. I'm sure they appreciate that.
All right. Thank you.